bro. You embrace that senior citizen discount.
I should use that. I should ask that one day. I was like, hey, how you doing? I was born in the late. Yeah, you got a senior discount. I was born in the late 1900s. I'm just trying to see.
Yeah, I just wanted to see. I heard it's $4 Tuesday. You got $4 Tuesday?
Get on my motherfucking face.
Please.
Push the goddamn button.
Action.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Grae Area podcast.
Grae Area. Woo!
Yeah.
I am Shakoya G.
Badman birthday Breezington here.
It's your boy Damani.
That sounds like a struggle to get out. If this is your first time joining us, welcome to the Grae Area. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. We greatly appreciate you guys for joining us. If it is your first time being here, this is a podcast about, let me backtrack. If this is your first time here, this is a podcast where we love to break down the fabrics of life because not everything is always black and white, which in layman's terms means this is a podcast about whatever we feel like talking about. It could be love, it could be life, it could be music, it could be food, it could be anything or nothing at all. We have great conversations and we love to bring you guys in on them. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend while you're here. And also, if you want to join the good people of the Grae Area and get access to this podcast live and early, because we do record our podcast at least 1 to 2 months in advance, make sure you join our Patreon for the low price of $3 a month.
1, 2, 3.
You can join our Patreon and be a part of the good people, join in on the conversation, and also even check out our other exclusive content like The Standard by Being Breeze, as well as some other behind the scenes content. You'll get behind the scenes of the Love Game EP, the making of that, and some other great stuff that we have on the way. But that was a mouthful, so how y'all doing?
I'm good. I honestly need a nap, but I'm great.
You're great.
Great.
And you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm exceptional. Exceptional.
All right. I'm swell. That's the word I used yesterday, so I'm going to use it again today.
That's amazing.
I'm doing swell today. And I'm glad that we ate before we started the pod. Because this was gonna be a lot of stomach growls was about to happen. But what we talking about today, y'all?
Today we are talking about relationships.
Oh wait, backtrack. Hold on. Before we jump into relationships, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Woo!
Yeah, happy birthday. He's officially Old Man Breeze.
It's officially kicked in.
It's officially kicked in as of today. Erica said happy birthday.
Thank you.
But yeah, we just want to say you're a great person.
Aww.
And we appreciate you being here.
She
said Old Man Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mindset. I don't subscribe to that. Young and vibrant.
But yeah, you're a dope individual. Make sure y'all say happy birthday to Breeze. By the time everybody else sees it, it is going to be after his birthday. But we don't care.
Yeah.
It's going to be after my birthday too. But we don't care. Tell Breeze happy birthday. Now.
It's my birthday till it's not.
Exactly. And then it is again. All right, what are we talking about today?
Well, today we are talking about relationships, the importance of relationships, and the fact that everything is a relationship. If you want to see things grow, you have to nurture said thing accordingly. Like whether it's your relationship with money, relationship with people, it would be romantic, platonic, a parent-child relationship, child-parent relationship, a boy and his dog relationship, a relationship with your car, how you take care of your car, a religious relationship with God, spirituality, everything is connected through relationship. Like everything is a relationship. And I feel like the sooner we learn that and the sooner we value the importance of relationships, yeah, life would be like your own life would be a lot better. My life. Let me speak for myself. My life would be a lot better.
So, what do you think is the? Okay, first of all, before I ask that question, what made you think about this?
I've been thinking about this for years.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You thought it was deeper than that?
I didn't know
That was a
something
recent
like.
finding.
I didn't know something happened and it like made him think about it. It was like, you know what?
I don't know the reasoning or why I've been thinking about it, but I've been thinking about it for years. And what made me think about it recently was just like a conversation in Colorado about relationship, like friendship relationship. And like you have to nurture these things if you care about it. And I'm like, everything is a relationship. So if we treat everything as a relationship, things won't be as difficult because when you care about something or want something to grow, you treat it differently. Like you actually care for it. And yeah. When you care about something, you put forth effort towards it. So if we put forth effort towards everything else, effort towards understanding it, getting to know it, being kind to it, grace, just spending time with it in its presence, whatever it is, it'll be a lot smoother. I feel like that relationship, whatever it is, it'll be a lot smoother. Even if it doesn't last long, it's like now you have a clear conscience of, I tried. Like I did my best. I put my best foot forward. So it's just like a thing of constant improvement.
Okay.
And every relationship, how you treat every relationship, it stems from how you treat yourself. So everything goes back to how I treat myself. Okay,
that was gonna be my question. I was gonna say, what do you think is the most relationship for you to have?
The most relationship?
The most relationship. I don't know how to answer that one.
The most important relationship for you to like have and nurture.
Yeah, I think it's the relationship with yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's definitely the relationship with yourself. And I feel like we talked about this slightly before, not on the pod, but just in general, about everything being a relationship and just recognize, I think once you recognize that, now it's like, all right, well, what is my relationship like with this thing? Like, whether you, like you said, money, like, what's my relationship with money? What's my relationship with my hair? What's my relationship with, like, my clothes and, like, how I dress? Like, whatever it is. And I think it kind of makes it more... everything more personal, but also everything more, like, I guess, connected. Because, like, you have to, if it's a relationship, you gotta act, like you said, kind of put forth effort, or you don't, and you can see what happens when you don't. Because there's some things that we don't have great relationships with, and it's like, I mean, sometimes I guess it could be for a good reason. Like, you know, I'm trying to not have a good relationship with laziness. That's one where I'm like, I don't really want to. Or, I mean, and that's, just regardless, in general, just figuring out what relationships that you should nurture, which ones you should kind of like, I guess, not put as much effort towards or whatever. I don't know where I was going with this, but I agree. Somewhere in this, I agreed with something. When we play the tapes back, you're going to see I agree. That's all I got right this second. What about you?
So, I mean, I do agree. I feel like your relationship with yourself is most important. It's the most important relationship. I feel like for a while I don't know. For a long time, I didn't see everything as a relationship. Right? I think it wasn't until I started reading. I don't know what book it was.
I feel like it was The Mountain Is You. I don't know why. That was the first one that I thought of.
Nah, for me it was like, it was You Are a Badass. But I can't remember if it was the one about money or the other one. And Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits was the one that I remember. That's what I was gonna say.
Or the regular book, or the one about money. Sorry. I can't remember which one it was, but between those two books, that's when I started looking at like other things as relationships. Like I was always looking at like, okay, my relationship with food, or I wouldn't even phrase it that way, but I started realizing like certain things were connected, I guess, in how I ate, or my relationship with food was connected to like sometimes like emotional things. So I was an emotional eater because I don't do that anymore, guys. So just even looking at my relationship with like the relationship between my emotions and like the food, and like what I'm eating and why I'm eating it or what time I'm eating it and different things like that. And when I started looking at that things then and changing, once I started looking at that stuff, I started being able to pinpoint things that maybe I wanted to change or I should change so that I could like be healthier. Or even like my relationship with money. I know I talked about that a couple times. Like once I started looking at that as an actual relationship, because like people be saying, oh yeah, your relationship with this thing, but like when you look at it like as if it is like, I guess it's an inanimate object, but when you look at your connection to it as an actual relationship, like a friendship type of thing, it's like then you start really thinking like, okay, if this was my friend, then how would I treat it? Or like, how would would I still be friends with somebody who treated me bad? No. So why am I still holding on to this I don't know, this dairy that's tearing my stomach up every time I see it? Like, that's toxic. Like, I don't want it to be a toxic relationship, so how can I make sure that it's not a toxic relationship? Like, that type of thing. I feel like what Devani also said was valid about I'm not 100% sure where I was going.
That's funny.
But when we roll the tapes back, you'll see that I agree. No, but go ahead.
I was gonna say, cause you had mentioned something about money. I had saw online somebody say, like money, it was either money or abundance, one of the two. They were saying like that, like the relationship with money and abundance is like it's a feminine energy, and they were saying like if you were to treat it, if you were to treat it like you were with a woman, like typically it's like you have to feel like women would have to feel safe enough to express themselves in the area. So if money is that way, if the money doesn't feel safe enough for you to do what you said you were going to do with it, it's going to come and go. And I was like, that's an interesting way to look at it. But just in general, I just think I think when you look at things as a relationship, now you have to ask why certain things are the way they are. Mm-hmm. Like if you don't sleep, it's like, all right, what is my relationship with sleep like? And it's like, oh, I only sleep when I have no option, or I push myself way past the point when I'm actually tired. So it's like, oh, now that I'm asking that, like my relationship with sleep is I don't actually sleep. I take cat naps, or you know what I'm saying? Like I fight sleep anytime it's coming to me. So just at least for me, whenever I start thinking about it as a relationship, now I'm forced to ask, well, why is this like this, or what am I doing? Like, whether it's food, like why am I overeating? Why am I blah blah, whatever it is.
I feel I agree with that. It's an accountability thing. Like once you look at it as a relationship, now I have to take accountability, because a relationship plus main character energy, it's all on me. It's only going to get fixed if I take the first step, if I take initiative to get this however I want it to be. So yeah, it helps at least me take accountability or ownership over whatever it is. However I want this relationship to blossom or not blossom.
Yeah, even just going back to like your relationship with yourself, I realized recently that I haven't in the past. That was like really tough to get out. I don't know why.
It was like Bodman birthday breeze.
Yeah, too many bees. I haven't had that.
In the past, I hadn't been very kind to myself. Like, and no, like, I mean, I love myself, but it's like in a lot of ways, like when we talk about pushing ourselves to the limit a lot of times, or like overworking or different things like that, I had to realize like, girl, You don't got to do all that. Like being kinder to myself in a way that I never seen before. Is something that I've been working on. I just realized it's like a week or two ago. But like even just being hard on myself as far as like the standards that I like put on myself, or even just like the all work no play mentality, or I gotta make it to this point before I enjoy life, or whatever it is. Even if it seemed like a smaller thing, I realized that like I need to be kinder to myself, and in being kinder to myself is treating myself better, and then in being like treating myself better, then I can live a better life, and then doing that, like I get the things that I want. But it's like it starts with me actually being a lot more kind with myself. Like
I was gonna say I know for me, with being kind to myself, it just like in all aspects, and also with things that like that are challenging me. I was thinking about like if I would hit like a block in certain things when I was doing stuff creatively, right? One, recognizing that I either dislike, there's a portion of this that I dislike that I'm trying to avoid. So it's like, why do I dislike this? Let me see if I can find a way to make this more enjoyable. And then two, it was from another clip I saw online. It was like, you wouldn't yell at a flower if it didn't bud yet.
right,
You wouldn't be like, you're not budding. It's like, no, it's gonna do it when it's time, right? It's just you just gotta wait for it to be time. So it's like, be gentle with yourself. It's like, all right, cool. I'm not getting this at this very moment. I'll come back a little bit later, try it from a different angle, see if I can figure it out that way. But it's like there's really no need to yell at yourself, like especially when you're not getting something. Like there's no need to be beating yourself up. You already don't get it, so let's not let's not add on a little some negative words. Like let's not add that on to the process. Like that's not. Yeah, and especially like when you think about it, if you were doing something and then another person just came into the room while you was not getting it right, and they were like, "Hey, you not getting none of this right. You look stupid." You be like, "Man, if you don't get out of my room, like I'm working." So it's like, why do we do that with ourselves? So yeah, just kind of nurturing and having a better relationship with like how you speak to yourself and all of that stuff.
I was gonna say, if you don't see anything other than that, then it makes sense why we typically do that. Because, like, when we little, you don't really see too many people being kind to themselves. Like, they might go buy some stuff to make themselves feel better, or do stuff to make themselves feel better. But actually, genuinely being kind to themselves, like, I didn't get it right, but it's cool. We're gonna do it again. All right, I'm gonna take a break. I'm actually tired. I'm gonna call out today because I value myself more than this job. That type of thing. Like, you really don't see people being kind to themselves regularly, like in a lot of environments.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like it's something that you have to actually come to terms with. I feel like that's the word I'm trying to find. Come to terms with once you experience, or once you get tired of not being kind to yourself.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I learned a long time ago not a long time ago, some years ago, I learned to start speaking kinder to myself, like choosing my words more wisely when I'm talking to myself. But as far as like the action behind it, like actually old habits and different things like that I guess are representative or show that I'm being kinder to myself, is like, oh, I just realized that like you could go take a nap right now. You don't gotta you don't gotta fix everything. Like you don't have to be Superwoman. You don't have to fix anything right now. You can just go lay down. Like this ain't even your responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah, that is yeah.
So
yeah. I was also gonna say, moving back just a little bit, but it's still in regards to relationships. Something that I learned very quickly was that really nothing good comes from neglect, like a neglectful relationship. Because I'll use my car for example, right? When you don't take care of your car, like if you just don't do nothing to it, like stuff will start breaking down. Like if you don't start your car, it won't start up. Like so, like the longer you neglect like the relationship that you have, where it's like I only use this for when it like I only use this when I need it. It's like it doesn't benefit you or the thing or the person or whatever that you're in the relationship with. So it's like in just like putting forth the effort, I would realize like dang, there's a lot of things where it's like I'm neglectful with it just because like out of sight, out of mind, or like I'm like nah, I don't have to do this right this second. And it's like if you let it, it could be weeks, it could be months, it could be with whatever it is. Whether it's like leaving your laptop, it could be leaving your laptop on for too long. It could be that was something I did too. Wasn't even trying to come for your neck. I was just this was me.
You was talking to her?
Yeah, I was talking to her. Oh, I was talking to me originally. I was saying
but like when you was like, I'm not trying to come for you.
Oh yeah, I was talking to her.
Oh,
I don't know if you do that as well, but
I mean, I do, but it's a reason why I learned. That's why I had to get a new battery for my other laptop because I used to just leave it on. This one is for logic. I don't be wanting to have to read down. So I might go like a week. Yeah, I'm a commit to once a week. I'm gonna shut it down.
Yeah, but that's my relationship with my laptop. I used to leave it on for. It used to be on for so long that I didn't remember the last time I turned it off, and I was like, you know what? And then when the battery started dying, I'm like, what's wrong with the battery? Because it's been on for 3 weeks. Like, just sleep. Like, it's not even really asleep. It's in sleep mode. Like, it's just, like, it didn't get a chance to rest. So it's like, I was just pushing that to the limit without regard for what it actually needs. And in the same breath with, like, people, things, whatever, like, I think when you recognize that it's a relationship, you're taking into account like what the other thing needs, in order to survive. And the same thing with you. Like, what do you need
to survive?
Yeah, to survive or whatever.
That's why it's good to have plans.
I thought you was gonna say plans.
Oh no, actual plants though, like because I feel like me taking care of my plant and like naming it and talking to it, Okay, it depends on who you are, because some people are not good with plants. But I think that plants, when you realize that it's a relationship with that too, like as far as you recognize it doesn't need to be watered, like even with the studies that they've done of you talking kindly to your plant, like it determines, Erica said flowers bring spiders. It depends on what plans you got. But, so like talking to, because we got an aloe, we got a snake plant. I mean, you got a honey tree.
And I got a little cactus.
I'm
about to get an orchid too.
I'll be looking at the orchids when we go into the Whole Foods.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one.
And I'll be like, it ain't enough sunlight down here consistently for me to
my favorite plant.
Oh, okay. But yeah, when you realize like, oh, talking to them actually helps them to grow. Like if you say negative things to them or around them about a lot of negative energy in the room, then they actually don't grow well. They'll actually start to die. They'll start to wilt and stuff like that. So like that is like a good starting point of even gauging how your relationship is with a lot of things, but also just like practicing being kinder to things or treating your things with care. Because I just want to also take better care of the stuff that I do have, like appreciating the stuff that I have now. And then, so that when I do move on, elevate, whatever it looks like, I'm already in the habit of appreciating the things that I had. So when I acquire new things, I just continue the process of taking care of those things as well. So, I mean, plants.
Yeah, my plants. I was telling, I was talking to my plant, telling Cleo to grow, and that's all I was saying. And my plant has grown. I need to get a new pot for my plant. But before I didn't. It kind of came up sooner than I was mentally ready for. But that's again the relationship I had. I was like, sometimes I would forget my plant was there. I'm in the room. I'm like, oh snap, I haven't talked to my plant. And it's like just because I'm doing I'm doing other things. And then by the time I get there, I'm like, if I do nothing, she's going to keep growing, but she needs more space to grow. And it's like, I can't, if I do nothing, she's going to die. So I'm like, all right, I have to take care of it. And, yeah.
I was going to say, even having, like with plants, even having positive conversations around the plant, even if you're not talking to the plant, that still helps.
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah, like put your plants in places that you actually be at with good energy.
Yeah, and I mean, it'll start to show. It really depends though, because some people really not good with plants at all, and like they not gonna make it. But
as for me in my house,
right, it's also if we got some. I don't know. Our plants are pretty low maintenance. We don't got no super high maintenance plants, but we gotta do a lot because we already recognize that we do a lot. So, but anyways, it's good, and it also helps to kind of gauge like the energy in the room and like how you've been mentally sometimes. Just helps you to reflect. Get a plant, Erica.
But one thing that I was thinking about, it don't got nothing to do with the topic. It might, but it has something to do with that. I ain't never think about being 30.
I said that exact same thing last night when we was talking about. I was like, "Wow, he 30. That means and I was like, she had asked me what did it look like for you. I was like, I didn't imagine nothing over 25.
Cause I was like, wow, because you live in the hottest this I've ever had. So he said, wow, he's 30, so that means that I'm almost 29. Like you said, that means I'm about to be 29. I was like, that means I'm about to be 29. So I was like, my life definitely looks a lot different than I expected when I was
now I can sit like this and not have to explain myself.
But I was like, it looks a lot different than what I thought it would look like when I was younger. And I was like, okay, I was just like, I thought that I was going to be like married on my third kid already, like mom. And,
She had you when she was 30?
When she was 28.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Word.
So, So I was just like, I thought I would be like, a little bit further along in my career and stuff like that. The house, the kids, the marriage, having it all. And then I asked Amani, I was like, what did you think? Like, does your life look like how you thought it was going to look? Like, what did you think it was going to look like then? And yeah.
It's not even like I envisioned anything bad after 25. It was like 25. Was like, yeah, all right, cool. This is, I'm old now. That's what my mom was like. Yeah, all right, 25. I had some kids. Yeah, okay. And then I got there and I was like, this is.
Yeah,
I was like, right now? Why did I think now? I thought
this is not the time.
I was like 20. What? So yeah. And then the part after, especially now, it's like I felt like I was freestyling. I've been freestyling anything after 25, especially after COVID. I had no idea this was gonna look like this. I wasn't thinking about that. Now I'm thinking about 30s, 40s.
I'm glad I can inspire. Say nah, but I do have a question. Do y'all feel like y'all wasted y'all 20s?
Not at all.
Y'all on y'all way out of 20.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I just left 20.
Yeah, he just left the 20 club.
Erica said at this point, I'm just going with the flow. Nothing turned out how I thought. Honestly, I don't feel like I wasted my 20s. Not completely. I do feel like I did waste a lot of time in certain areas, but I had a lot more growing to do than I realized. That was just what it is. She said she had a blast in her 20s.
That's good. Yeah. That's good. I'm glad. Yeah, my 20s were fun. I think I cared a little too much about stuff that I didn't need to do. I think that's if there was one thing I would have told my younger 20-year-old self, I would have been like, yeah, you know what? Like, you can care, but you don't gotta care that much. Like, you can care, but
not that much.
It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, something that you said the other day was it's only a big deal if you make it a big deal. And then once you said that, I realized, wow, I be making stuff a big deal, and it'd be like, all right, a crumb fell, and I'm just like, the crumb. Oh my gosh, did y'all see the crumb? This is the next step. It was a sign that we need to. And it was like, nah, the crumb just fell. Like it didn't. Just pick it up. That was it. Just pick it up. Erica said, I'm so glad they didn't have, social media didn't exist when I did the stuff I did. Wow. Need to hear some of those stories.
Yeah. Ripping and running.
Right. But yeah, I definitely feel like I cared a lot about stuff that I just didn't need to care about. I recognize that now, which means my 30s. I'm just gonna be lit. I'm just gonna have fun.
Yeah, first time I thought about my 30s when somebody was like, your 30s gonna be lit. They had told me that, and I was like, 30s, you right. They are. I should have said, nah, my life lit now. And then that would have.
Yeah, I'm gonna have fun in my 30s.
I don't need to wait 6 years, 6 years to be lit. But like you said, I had to learn some things. I had to grow.
Yeah.
I had to grow and learn. You know, I had to nurture myself. My relationship with self, it wasn't where it needed to be. So now we getting there, and life is beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. I think my relationship with everything is
Changed.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I'm delivered.
But I feel like, go ahead. What you about to say?
Yeah, I think my relationship with pretty much everything is improved. Really, after I improved my relationship with myself.
Mm-hmm.
But and like.
Thank you. She said my hair looks nice. Thank you. I was concerned. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's cool. Yeah, my relationship has gotten better with everything when I improved my relationship with myself and my relationship with time in general. Because I used to think that stuff had to happen during a certain time and certain age. Like I thought it felt like it was a cutoff. Going back to the age thing, it felt like it was a cutoff age for certain things. That you shouldn't be doing this at this age, and it's like.
Sorry to cut your wisdom.
You good?
I was looking in the mirror today, and I just started thinking about music. Cause my music, it was because I was recording. And I was like, my music got so much better, but not even but. I'm older. Yeah. It's like I'm older. My music got so much better. Do they still want to hear me?
Boy.
I mean, you could let them tell you no.
Right.
You put it out.
Put it out
if
first.
I leave,
They gonna miss me, man.
is they still gonna love me, man?
But yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of growing to do in my 20s. I'm grateful for the growth. And now I could just be free. But also, I'm still in my 20s, so I'm still
haven't quite left the club yet.
I ain't leave yet. I'm still out here.
I'm still in the club.
Still out here. So, but I'm going to enjoy the rest of my 20s. And, you know, my 30s going to be fun, too.
We lit, man. We lit. Wait up. Not today, though, but starting Monday. You know, back big.
I definitely need to start working out again because I was out here, like, not doing nothing. I mean, I was doing yoga, but not the exercise ones. I be doing the ones to wake up my muscles.
I'll be good for like 6 weeks.
Why is it such a big deal to come out of your 20s? Because, like...
It's a new decade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like, all right, it's hyped up going into your 20s. Then you get there. And you be like, this ain't actually what I expected. So then it's a little nerve-wracking getting to your 30s. And then it's like, am I old? Am I not old? Am I young? I feel young. I actually feel like a baby. So, I don't know. Y'all make me ancient at 44.
You not.
Yeah,
not
not at all. It's a
It's your last-
mindset.
Yeah, and I was gonna say,
Mindset.
I think for me, it's not even that. It was like I wasn't even mentally prepared to be this close to the end of the 20. Like I felt like
It came so fast.
it felt like I was in. I'm in the 20. How old are you? Yeah, 2020, and then all of a sudden it's like you 28. Oh, you almost there. Almost what? Almost what?
Right.
I was like, nah, I'm still young. Hold
The
on.
other day, he was like, I'm closer to 20 than I am to 30. And I was like, no, you're not.
I think I said 20. I think I said 25.
Oh,
That's
something
something
like
like
that.
that, yeah.
But
I
I
was
was
like-
like, no, you're
I
not.
was like, dang.
Either
I'm still
way.
not. I know. That's why I was like, nah, that's that. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't even realize. I think that to me, that's what it was. It was like the time flew, and it was like, I was present, but I wasn't present. Like I was like, whoa.
I feel like the 30s for me is so exciting because I have a plan. Like I didn't even use my 20s to be wilding.
We just learned how to play.
But yeah, now I have some clarity. Like I'm working towards something.
I think.
And
Oh, go ahead.
It's like the stuff that I felt like I needed in my 20s. I don't need it. All I need is me, myself, and I.
I think it's also a thing where, like, we did a lot of
Soul searching.
soul searching and focusing in our 20s, and not like a lot of like partying and stuff like that. Like, I mean,
The little part.
we did a little bit of partying,
Mm-hmm.
but like,
Here and there.
I don't know. I did a lot of worrying in my 20s,
Me too.
and
Now I'm all worried out. It's like crying. I used to cry a lot when I was little. And it'd be difficult to shed a tear.
yeah, it do be difficult for him. But like, I feel like somebody has said once you figure out your 20s, you
About to leave.
start to leave your 20s.
The
Then
same
once
thing.
you figure out your
Figure out
30s,
your
you start to leave
Yeah.
your 30s. But it's like, dang, I just figured this out, and I'm like, I want to be able to
That's
use
true.
the stuff that I
Yeah.
figured out. Like, I needed this.
Yeah, I think that was Gambino. He was being like, oh, as soon as you figure out what you were supposed to do with your 20s, right as you leave your 20s, and then
Yeah.
the same, like it's just but it's cool, it's funny.
Yeah.
That ain't funny.
We still laughing
Y'all the
though.
only ones laughing. That ain't funny.
But I mean, 30.
Well, now you got. This is why it's important to have some mentors, some people that are older than you to tell you what to give you the game, so that you can know what to do with your 30s. Now that you're in the 30s, now that you're a baby in your 30s,
Right.
so that you can be prepared.
I'm prepared.
I don't
I'm
got no advice
still in
for
my
you.
20s.
All right.
Who told you that?
Young and vibrant.
He going off the Ethiopian calendar.
Erica said, listening to you all hanging on to 20s, you're not convincing me about being in my 40s. You all have been so goal driven and had a fast-paced life when you were younger. I understand why you all realize you are an adult and can rest, breathe, and enjoy yourself now.
I don't think I had a fast
Yeah, I was gonna say
childhood.
Yeah, I don't think our childhood was fast-paced. I feel like we were still kind of goal-oriented a little bit. I was goal-oriented when I was little, but I don't think my childhood was fast-paced.
The environment was fast paced.
My 20s went a little quick, though. You all spoke about being rushed. Oh yeah. Being rushed all the time. I guess it was fast-paced. We was being rushed.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's also why the 20s go by so fast, or like a lot of the years go by, because it feels like you're supposed to be somewhere. It's almost every single time. It's like I'm supposed to be somewhere. By 25, I'm supposed to be somewhere with my life, with the things that I want to do. So it's like if
you better wake up and pay attention. Go ahead.
but
Hoorah!
well, yeah, it's like it's almost like everybody's trying to get. It's like you're trying to go to a party and somebody's trying to rush you to get there, and then even when you get there, they're like, "All right, come on, the party enjoy the party, we got somewhere else to be. And it feels like you always have somewhere else to be as opposed to
You
like.
know what it is? It's a trap, right? They try to give you milestones to reach in your 20s so you don't get to experience the luxuriousness of life once you leave your 20s. I'm living now, you know?
Okay.
Forget the milestones, people. Live your life. Be free. Charismatic.
She said Grammarly keeps editing my comments. That's why they are so long. Listen, I hate Grammarly.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
That thing.
Talk to you about it later.
Mhm.
Destroyed my laptop in college.
Yeah,
When it
me
first
too.
came out,
I never had it.
I was doing my honors thesis. That's a whole nother story. That's about my early 20s.
Yeah, them early 20s. I didn't even feel like I was getting old until like I would talk to somebody and they would be like, "Yeah, I'm 20. Yeah, I'm 23," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm 28," and their reaction to me being 28, they would be like, "Oh,"
Right.
and I'm like, "What you mean? Oh, we still in the same."
First time I got called old.
I'm
We
like,
the
same, you know,
same
same.
decade.
Yeah.
Not the same generation,
Yeah,
but
like the same.
decade.
You're not that much younger. Yeah, and I'm like, but then I remember with 23, like having a conversation with a 23, I was like, wow, you really, that's crazy. You wasn't alive when.
You wasn't alive when Yusuke was fighting. Fighting for his right.
Yeah, I'm
Spirit
like,
gun.
my goodness. I was like, you 23? That 'cause I think you're 23. That means you was born in 2000.
But the thing is, people that be younger than us be thinking they older than us.
Oh, yes.
When they meet us,
Yeah,
absolutely.
a lot of people
Yeah.
that's younger than us be thinking that they're older than us, and then we be telling them our age, and they be like, "What?"
I got young energy.
Yeah,
Wow.
like,
That's it.
She said the first time I realized I was old is when someone said "ma'am" to me and helped me put my
Help you do what?
my backpack on my shoulder. I ain't get that yet.
Yeah, I'm not getting that. I mean, I be calling people sir and ma'am, but
I be calling people sir. I don't usually
Yeah.
call people ma'am.
I only call people I know. I only say yes sir and yes ma'am to people I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
Like,
you.
put to
I don't say
strangers?
that to- I
Yeah.
don't say that to strangers.
Yeah, when I was
You barely get a
She
yes.
said this was in 2020.
the first time somebody made me feel a little bit older was when I'm at the bank, and then I had the mask on, and she was like, "How old are you?" She's like, "How old are you?" Like, "What? You probably just got out of high school." I was like, "Nah, not quite." She was like, "What year you graduated?" I was like, 20. And I said it, and then she was like, "Oh, okay, no, you all right?" And I was like, "Wow, what you mean?"
Yeah. Oh, you up
She was,
there.
because I actually thought I was in high school, and I was like, "Nah, I graduated college like
time
4
ago.
years, like 3-4 years ago." She was like, "Whoa, all right. Well, you have a wonderful day, baby."
Then you
I
want
was
to
like-
talk to you no
I was
more.
like, "Wow, that's crazy." I'm old,
When was the first time I realized I was old?
I'm not old.
older.
I don't subscribe to that.
The first time I realized I was an adult was when I was about to cuss out a lady that was in her 40s, and I was like 24. And we was at church though too. So. It was at Girl
She
Scouts.
said, "Don't let this Bible fool you."
It was at Girl Scouts, but I didn't say nothing.
Satan, get behind me.
But I was just kind of like, you got one more time to disrespect me, and then I'm letting loose.
4 scores and.
But yeah, I mean the guy, what was it? I guess the owner or the GM at the place where Kayla Ray had her wedding. He thought I was like 18. He was like, "Oh, you came all the way out here, from school to sing for your sister's wedding," or something like that. And I was like, "No." He was like, "How old are you?" I was like, "I'm 28."
I'm almost 30. What you talking about? Put some respect on my name. I'm almost 30.
He was like, "Oh my gosh, really?" I was like, "Yeah, thank you though. I appreciate that. But also, I'm a grown woman. Back up."
I'm a grown woman.
Never mind. I was just about to talk about the Get Ready With Me videos. How I always thought that said grown woman.
I did too. Years. I'm like, grown woman. And I'm like,
Why they keep putting it? And then when I saw a man put it on his thing, and I was like,
That can't be grown woman.
But I saw it, I was like, all right, maybe he.
The times is changing.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to be disrespectful. It was like, all right, cool, grown woman, all right, word.
nah, but it was like, it wasn't.
Get ready with me.
I was just watching the video. He was like, I knew y'all was going to ruin the Get Readies with me when people that can't dress started doing the Get Ready with me. It was like, why am I here? I don't even want to be in your room. Like, get me out of here. And then they had me self-conscious. I was like, you know what? I was going to start doing Get Ready with me, but maybe my outfit's not as good as they.
I think you should do them. I
I
ain't gonna do them though. I be needing time to really process what I'm about to put.
Yeah, me too.
That's crazy.
Yeah. She said, oh, and my nephew asked me if I was born in the 1900s.
You were?
Yeah,
I was too.
Yeah. But how they say it be sound like you were born in the late 1900s?
Yes,
late 1900s.
Like you say, oh,
I embrace it.
I researched this and it happened in the late 1600s. Like, you know.
I was born in the late 1900s. We talked about this on one of the pods. Late 1900s. Put some respect on my name.
Or you
Deference. So if I need a seat, get up. I was born in the late 1900s.
I'm going to say I was born with the Lion King.
Where you embrace that senior citizen discount.
I should use that. I should ask that one day. I was like, hey, how you doing? I was born in the late. Yeah, you got a senior discount? I was born in the late 1900s. I was just trying to see.
Yeah, I just wanted to see. I heard it's $4 Tuesdays. Yeah, $4 Tuesdays.
She said, I think you all should do Get Ready With Me videos. I don't know. I'll let you know. I need some time. I'm
do grown woman videos.
Grown woman, yeah.
Do them grown woman videos.
I swore it was saying grown woman. I just was like, my brain wasn't even thinking it was an acronym. It wasn't even like they had dots. It was all, I was like, oh, they look, grown woman. Yeah, I see what they were trying to do.
I was like,
but
what?
How did y'all? I understand how y'all got grown woman, but it looked more like ground than grown woman.
Ground?
Like if it was
like ground, like the ground, or
it's either ground or growl. Like I would think growl before grown woman.
No, but the M is at the end.
The M was there.
Yeah.
WM.
Oh, ground.
What is
WM.
happening?
So I was like, maybe somebody just
What is
abbreviated
this?
it. They ain't feel like writing it out, and then like every time I see it, still.
It's a lot of girls.
Well, it was
all black women when I was seeing it.
Follow the black girls.
At first, it was all women, and then every time I saw it, all I heard was "I'm a ground."
I think the first time I realized
in my head, yes.
First time I realized it, I think I saw you do a grown woman. And I was like, that don't mean a grown woman. That don't mean a grown woman. Somebody, am I tripping? All right, maybe it's me.
Y'all trying to say I'm old, and y'all think Get Ready With Me, GRWM mean grown woman.
Oh, listen, for like a good year.
I feel like you'd be surprised
y'all
how many
pushing
people.
60.
I feel like you'd be surprised how many people thought it said grown woman.
Put a
poll.
poll
We
up.
gonna put a poll up. We gonna put a poll up. Tell us if you think it says in the comments. Tell us if you think it says grown woman.
This is the clip you use for this.
My goodness.
Nah.
Is it Get Ready With Me a grown woman?
I thought it was grown woman for a long time. That's just what I thought. I don't want to put years set on it, but
I'm gonna say no shame in my game. I'm almost there. Never mind.
You almost 60, pushing 75.
Nah, I mean
65 and ticking.
it was when it first happened. I just didn't know.
I'm embracing my age, Mr. Late 1900s. I'm embracing it.
Oh man.
I can't get with the late 1900s.
That's actually fire though.
It made me feel like Harriet Tubman. Like it makes
that makes me feel like horse and carriage.
Yeah, I do actually want to ride in a horse and carriage one day. See what it's like.
Oh yeah, I'm going horseback riding too.
heard it's not comfortable for the family jewels. So,
Yeah,
you know.
I heard, but I'ma still go.
I mean, I just want you to be prepared.
It's cool. If I could snowboard,
Don't do that. That's not the same. That is not a 1-to-1. Oh man! If I can snowboard, you can ride a horse. That's crazy.
If I could walk, I could ride a bike. If I could ride a bike, I could ride a horse.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. That's all.
Yeah, remember that?
We had this conversation, and I was acting like I was dodging a wrench. My reflexes was slow. That was a 30 kicking in.
So you can't ride a horse?
I could ride a horse. Pause.
Word.
Let's move on. We're not old, guys. We're young in body.
It's in the mind.
Nah, I actually feel very young though. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel old. I feel like I learned what I needed to learn, and I mean my 20s ain't over, so I'm still learning what I need to learn
Word.
in my 20s. She said my nephews wear me out. TT airdrop was out. What? When you went to school? What?
Oh, she was saying her nephew was saying TT airdrop was out when you went to.
Oh.
I think that's how.
Oh, TT airdrop. Okay, that makes more
Yeah.
sense when you read it like that. I told him I graduated from college and what is that, 20? It said 202. Oh, 2020. I was about to say, hold on. You wasn't alive in 202 AD.
Hey, yo.
Man.
Oh.
Yeah, my cousin was born in 2008. I was like, that's the year Obama was elected. That's crazy.
My cousin was born in 2001. I guess 2008 is later.
You know, I wasn't even gonna say nothing. I was gonna let it rock.
But, yeah. Y'all got any final thoughts?
Nah.
No?
30 is the new 20.
Okay, Jay-Z.
It's the same old 30.
Y'all got no thoughts on relationships, on leaving your
Age.
20s.
Everything is a relationship. Treat everything like you would treat yourself. Or the way that you treat yourself is how you treat everything. Yeah. Be you. Elderliness is in the mind. We experienced. We not old, we experienced.
Seasoned.
Seasoned.
You know what's crazy? I used to tell that to all of the older people. But they be like, I'm not, you seasoned.
Yep.
Seasoned.
Tasteful.
Somebody was like, I'm probably overdone, but I feel you. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's a slow bake. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta get that later.
Oh man, that's all I got.
Oh, thank you guys for joining us. My final thoughts are pretty much just enjoy your life, no matter what
Word.
age you're at, no matter
What creed, color?
no matter if you were born in the 1900s or the 2000s.
Or if you a grown woman or a grown man.
Right.
Or get ready with me, or
Get ready with them. Like, enjoy your life. Have fun. Get the lessons that you need and care. But not that much. All right. Thank
know
y'all.
yourself and know your worth.
That too. Thank y'all for joining us for another episode of the Grae Area Podcast.
Woo!
Yeah.
I am Shakoya D.
Bad man birthday Breezington here.
How's your boy Damani?
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And definitely join the good people of the Grae Area by joining our Patreon for the low price of $3 a month. You can join in on the conversation, shift the conversation, and also get access to other exclusive behind-the-scenes content that we have for you guys. We greatly appreciate everyone who is watching live and not live. And we will see you guys next week. Bye!
Adios!
Stay blessed, stay black, people.
You say what? Know yourself. Know your worth. Jukebox, hit me with another jam. Get on my face. Get on my motherfucking face. Please. Push the goddamn button.